bad result nor a mixture of result. He has gone beyond the sense of doership totally. Is that locus which gives rise to those results itself get dissolved. There is no locus, there is no point where the result can accumulate. It gets dissolved. It becomes like space. A jnani is like space only, all pervading, infinite, birthless, deathless, pure existence, not something existing, but pure existence. See, like we say, this flower exists. Now that existence is as though limited by the object called flower. But there is something called pure existence, devoid of all the concept of flower or anything. Objectless existence, objectless awareness, objectless bliss. That is the state, that is the reality in which the jnani or the sannyasi is established. So, for such a realized master, Bhagavan says there are no three types of results, but for others, the three types of results come. So, even in our day-to-day life, we get results, these three types only, good, bad, or a mixture of both. Now, Bhagavan goes into the analysis of our action, and this is the most interesting portion here, where Bhagavan says, let us now analyze how action happens, how action takes place. See, whenever we perform an action, what are the various factors involved? So, this is an analysis of action when there is a sense of doership, the ego is there. So, how exactly action happen? Is it that the ego alone is performing action, or there are other factors which are involved in the performance of action? A very scientific analysis of action. Beautiful. So, in 13th verse, Bhagavan says, Panche mani mahabaho karanani nibodhame Sankhye kritante proktani siddhaye sarva karmanam panche mani mahabaho. हाँ, पंच इमानी और पंच एतानी, some books. So, पंच इमानी महाबाहो, हे महाबाहो, there are these 5 causes, पंच इमानी कारणani निबोधमे. You understand that there are these 5 factors which makes action possible. Even if one factor is missing, action is not possible. So, it is not that the ego alone acts. There are these 5 other factors, or the ego is also one of the factor. There are 4 other factors apart from the ego which makes action possible. Just as we study a machine and find out how exactly it functions, there are so many parts and so many things which makes that machine function. Or even our computer, there are so many various parts are there which makes it function. Similarly, in all action, there are 5 important factors which makes the action possible. Those 5 factors Bhagavan will tell in the next verse. So, these 5 factors Bhagavan says, you nibodhame, hey Arjuna, you understand. Why this suddenly this topic of understanding these 5 factors and all? This very interesting topic, because when we understand it deeply, we will come to know that all the action happen because of this 5, and in this 5 the pure self is not included. When we understand the whole mechanism of this action, that understanding itself will free us from attachment to the action. It's like you are watching a movie. Sometimes you have those three-dimensional movie or those big IMAX theater and all. You have those movie. You can see everywhere huge screen. No? You've seen huge screen, and you can look here, there, everywhere. You can see. You feel as though you are part of that scenery. Have you seen? How many of you have seen? Okay. Those who have not seen, go and ask those who have seen. Once Mullah Nasruddin came to a village, and he was considered to be very wise, and also people gathered there, and they requested him, please talk to us about God. So he asked people, how many of you know about God? So half of them raised their hands. So he told the other half, you ask those who know about God. Anyway, so this IMAX movies, you can see them all over, like the screen is everywhere, up, down, everywhere. And you feel as though you are part of the scene. The chairs and all our seats and all are kept in such a way that you feel as though you are part of the scene. So sometimes they show the plane and all moving, or the roller coaster ride, you feel as though you are part of it and all, and you can actually feel, because it's all in the brain. The brain feels that, oh, I am also part of that scene, so you experience it. So you are sitting very steady, the seat are not moving, the seat is not moving, everything is fine, but you feel as though you are moving. But when you close your eyes, then you suddenly feel that everything is so steady, everything is calm, peaceful. But when you open your eyes, again you feel as though you are moving. Similarly, all actions are happening there on the screen, not on your seat. The seat is steady, unless you have removed some screws from there. I hope my seat is steady. So, similarly, these 5 factors are there which makes action happen. But I, the self, is sitting steady. There is no action happening there. But this we have to understand by closing our eyes and becoming aware of the self. Also becoming aware that these 5 factors only make things happen. Therefore, this topic is very interesting and important, that Bhagavan makes Arjuna realize that actions happen because of these 5 causes only. And these are revealed in the philosophy, in our scriptures, in our Upanishad. They are called Sankhya. So, Sankhya Kritante Proktani. So, great Rishi Munis have revealed this, Bhagavan says. It's not a new thing which I am telling you. Great Rishi Munis in our scriptures, in Sankhya. Sankhya is Vedanta only. Where Sankhya, it has come from the term Sankhya, means enumeration, stating like in numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, a precise science, which is also called, this Vedanta is also called Kritanta. Kritanta means one which brings an end to all actions by bringing an end to the doer itself. So Vedanta is also called Sankhya, Vedanta philosophy. Vedanta means the Upanishad, the knowledge, wisdom which is revealed in the Upanishad is also called Sankhya because it is precise, like numbers. And it is also called Kritanta because it brings an end to all actions. Not by bringing an end to action, but bringing an end to the sense of doership. It's like again in the theater, you feel you are going through that roller coaster and you close your eyes and suddenly you become free of all that ride. So you become free. Similarly, Vedanta reveals that knowledge of your own self, that suddenly one becomes free of the sense of doership. Action goes on, but I am no longer the doer. When I am not the doer, I am neither good nor bad, nor do I get good result nor bad result. There is neither punya nor papa. There is neither bondage nor liberation. There is neither sorrow nor joy. I have gone beyond all this, because all these are with respect to the sense of doership alone. So Sankhye Kritante Proktani Siddhaye Sarva Karmanam, for the fulfillment of all karmas, it is said in Vedanta, in Kritanta, in Sankhya and all, that there are 5 factors essential. Panchemani Mahabaho Karanani Nibodhame. So what are the 5 factors? Please tell. So Bhagavan now reveals these 5 factors in the next verse. Adhishthanam tatha karta karanancha prathak vidham vividhascha prathak cheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam adhishthanam tatha karta Bhagavan says Adhishthanam is the first factor, then Karta, then Karanam cha Prathak Vidham, different types of Karana, instruments, then Vividhascha Prathak Cheshtaha, then the different types of activities, Cheshta activities, and Daivam, and Daiva is the 5th factor, Chaiva Atra Panchamam. Now, what are these 5? Adhishthanam. Adhishthan is called this a foundation, a base from where all this function happens, and that is our body. Without the body, no action happens. Once a person goes beyond the body, then the action stops. So, some base is required, some locus is required for action to happen for a human being. The locus is the body. So Adhishthan is Ashraya, foundation is this body, Shariram. So Adhishthanam, then just body, just there being a body, action doesn't happen. But there should be a sense of doership, that's called karta, the ego. The sense of doership. Because of the sense of doership is that identification with the body. Sense of doership creates that identification. Like I identify with my hand and then only the hand can move. Okay? So there is an identification. Then only that function happens. So that sense of identification creates the sense of doership, that I am the body, I am the doer of action. That the karta is called the karta, the doer. Then karanam are the instruments. And what are the instruments? The sense organs, the organs of action, the organs of perception, the mind, the intellect. They are the organs, they are the instrument through which one performs various actions. Then vividhascha prathak cheshtaha. Then the actions happening in this instrument because of the presence of prana. See, all these instruments also function because of prana shakti. Like one may have a hand. So hand is an instrument. But if the prana shakti is not there, if there is some paralysis or something, that hand will not function. So that is called the vivid cheshta, the different types of activity of these pranas which makes this instrument function, which activates these instruments. Even our eyes, ears, nose, they are all activated by prana shakti, the life force. Otherwise, they don't have their own strength, their own power. So that life force, prana shakti, with its variety of expressions, even our breathing, circulation, digestion, all those things happen because of this prana shakti. Even the organs of action, they function because of the prana shakti. Otherwise, if pranas become weak, the person will not be able to act. So prana shakti is also one factor. And daiva. Daiva means that factor which is required, which is not in our body but which is in the totality. For example, our eyes can function only if there is light. Eyes by themselves don't have light. But so I have, let us say the body is there, eyes are there, pranas are there, I have a sense of doership also. But the eyes cannot function if there is no light. And eyes are not the creator of light. So that in the world there should be light, then only the eyes will function. So this factor which is outside, as though outside our body, which makes activity happen, that's called daiva. In our day-to-day providence or fate. But these are the X factor, the divine intervention, the daiva. Daiva is the X factor, but it's not just X means someone invisible, but the natural forces or the powers of this cosmos which makes an individual also function. That's called daiva. It cannot be pinpointed exactly, but they are there. They make the action possible. See, even whatever action, like all of you have come here, it is, you might be aware only of 4 factors. Your body coming here, right? Then your mind, intellect, senses and all functioning. Then you having a sense of doership and the pranas functioning in your body. But there is what we call daiva or X factor which has made this possible. The society, the world, the roads, the government, the bijli, the this, that and all this put together makes this action possible. If even one factor is missing, then action is not possible. Suppose you decide to come, but somebody decides to have a roadblock. Your decision, all the 4 factors are there. The 5th factor is sitting there with a lal jhanda in his hand. What can you do then? Those 5th factor can be anything. Even in astrology, they talk about those different grahas. They can also be the 5th factor. The Shani, Rahu, Ketu, Mangal, Jupiter, this, that and all, they are looking. उसकी डायरेक्ट दृष्टि, उसकी वक्र दृष्टि है, उसकी ऐसी टेढ़ी दृष्टि है. If you go and listen to those astrologers, they use all these terms. Sometimes you get scared. आपके ऊपर राहु की दृष्टि है. So you start feeling, कहाँ से देख रहे राहु आपको देख रहा है. शनि आपको वहाँ से देख रहा है, उस भाव से देख रहा है. अच्छा, I never knew they are all looking at me. So they are also factors, X factors. Daivam it is called. So all these 5 factors are responsible for action to happen. Whether it is by the body, mind, whatever the action happens, for them these 5 factors are essential. You contemplate on these 5 factors. Tomorrow again I will repeat. Then we will go ahead. So it is, for today it's enough.